Is Wolverine finally unsheathing his claws like we've been waiting for years? Or is Sony about to throw us a massive curveball with a brand new God of War announcement? With the PlayStation State of Play right around the corner, the hype train is completely off the rails with leaks and rumors. That's why we need to take everything we discussed today with a grain of salt. These are just rumors and reports for now, not official facts. In this video, I've broken down these rumors into 3 categories: very likely, plausible, and absolute megatons if they actually show up. So today, we're going to look at what games PlayStation might showcase and which projects could get a brand new trailer or gameplay reveal. Part 1. The heavy hitters. Very likely. Marvel's Wolverine. Guys, Marvel's Wolverine is easily going to be the biggest star of this state of play. Sony has already officially confirmed the game will be there, but to me, the real question is, how deep are they going to go? Honestly, I'm done with short cinematic teasers. I want to see actual, raw gameplay. We need to see how the combat system works, how brutal Logan feels, and if the tone is truly as dark and gritty as promised. I'll be real with you, my expectations for this game are through the roof. Insomniac already proved their mastery with the Spider-Man games, but I think Wolverine can take things to a whole new level. If they deliver a mature, cinematic, and visceral experience, this could be one of PlayStation's strongest exclusives in years. I'm specifically crossing my fingers for an extended gameplay walkthrough because it's about damn time. Fairgame's break-in. Fairgames is one of the projects I'm most curious about, but also the most skeptical. When it was first announced, it didn't really generate a ton of hype. But now, with rumors floating around about a name change to Break-In, it feels like Sony might have completely retooled the project. If the rebrand is real, expect them to use this state of play to completely reintroduce and remarket the game. But here's my main concern. Is this game actually going to look fun? Live service games are under a massive microscope right now, and players are harsher than ever. Sony needs to show solid gameplay here to win over the community. If they just drop another CGI trailer, the hype is going to tank. Marvel Tokon. Fighting Souls. Marvel Tokon. Fighting Souls is another title that I'm almost certain we'll see at the show. Given how massive the Marvel brand is for PlayStation right now, they'll definitely want to put this in the spotlight. Personally, I'm dying to see the character roster because the playable heroes will make or break the hype for this game. I also want to get a feel for the combat. We've mostly seen narrative-driven Marvel games so far, so this is a completely different direction. If the combat mechanics look fluid and the visual effects are spectacular, it's going to grab Marvel fans' attention instantly. Marathon. Marathon could easily be the most critical game of this state of play. A new project from a studio like Bungie automatically sets expectations sky high, but at the same time, the community is extremely fatigued and cautious when it comes to live service shooters. That's why Sony needs to give us a crystal clear look at what this game actually is. I'm particularly fascinated by the atmosphere. The initial teasers had this incredible, striking sci-fi aesthetic. If the gameplay matches that energy and doesn't just look like another generic shooter, it could blow up. But let's be honest, I don't want a short teaser. We need to see the actual loop. Part 2. The maybe pile plausible. Intergalactic. The Heretic Prophet. Intergalactic is personally one of my most anticipated PlayStation projects. Whenever Naughty Dog works on a brand new IP, the bar is naturally set into the stratosphere. We haven't seen much since the initial reveal, and this state of play feels like the perfect stage for an update. I really want to see more of the world. The first trailer was incredibly cryptic, leaving us guessing about the actual setting. Even a brief gameplay snippet would go a long way in establishing the tone. Plus, I'm just dying to see what kind of next-gen graphical fidelity Naughty Dog is pulling off. Kena, Scars of Cosmora. On the indie, AA side, Kena could provide a beautiful surprise. I absolutely loved the atmosphere of the first game. It was visually stunning but had this wonderful emotional depth. I'm really curious to see if a sequel will deliver a grander, perhaps slightly darker adventure. I want to see new environments and new spirits. The world of Kena has so much room to grow. Even a short but sweet trailer would get people talking. Amidst all these massive, action-heavy games, a magical, distinct vibe like Kena would be a breath of fresh air. Horizon Hunters Gathering. Rumors about Horizon Hunters Gathering have been gaining serious traction lately. It's no secret that Sony wants to keep expanding the Horizon franchise. It's no longer just a single series. It's one of PlayStation's core flagship brands. What intrigues me the most is the genre. Rumor has it that this might be a co-op or multiplayer-focused experience. If that's true, we're looking at Sony taking the Horizon universe in a completely new direction. I'd love to see how taking down massive mechanical beasts works in a multiplayer environment. Gran Turismo. I'm not expecting a massive bombshell from Gran Turismo, but a quick update seems highly likely. We'll probably see new cars, tracks, or technical optimizations. Sony always likes to sprinkle a bit of GT into these showcases. What I'm most excited for is seeing how they push the visual boundaries even further. Gran Turismo already looks hyper-realistic, but with the PlayStation 5 Pro, they could achieve a whole new level of cinematic quality. It won't be the biggest announcement of the night, but racing fans will definitely be eating good. Part 3. The Megatons' big surprise if shown. God of War Faye spin-off. The rumor of a God of War Faye spin-off is absolutely fascinating. Even though Faye is incredibly central to the modern God of War lore, we still know so little about her. If this game is actually happening, it could offer a gameplay experience completely distinct from Kratos. I'd love to dive into her past and her connection to the Giants. Plus, a game like this could lean heavily into a more emotional, narrative-driven experience. If Sony wants a One More Thing style Megaton to close out the show, dropping a new God of War title would absolutely set the internet on fire. God of War Trilogy Remake. Now, a God of War Trilogy remake is easily at the top of my personal wish list. The original trilogy consists of some of the most iconic games in PlayStation history. Seeing that classic Greek mythology atmosphere brought to life with modern, cutting-edge graphics would be unreal. I can't even imagine those epic, larger-than-life boss fights from God of War 3 running on next-gen hardware. If Santa Monica Studio is actually working on a full remake project, this would easily steal the entire show. The nostalgia factor is insanely powerful, and old-school fans would completely lose their minds. New game rumors. Media Molecule, Ben Studio, and Team Asobi. Our final category of big surprises comes from the PlayStation studios that have been quiet for a while. I'm desperate to see what Ben Studio is cooking up because ever since Days Gone, their next project has been shrouded in mystery. Similarly, Team Asobi might have moved on to something much bigger, following the massive success of Astrobot. And with Media Molecule, you can always expect something completely wild, creative, and out of the box. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Sony closed the showcase with a brand new, unexpected IP. To be completely honest with you guys, the game I personally want to see the most at this event is definitely the God of War Faye project. Whenever she was on screen while I was playing God of War, I kept telling myself, man, I wish we could actually play as her. I truly believe there is an incredibly powerful story to tell in this universe through her eyes. Plus, I absolutely love the actress who portrays her. If this game actually turns out to be real, it will easily be the biggest and best surprise of the entire showcase for me. Right behind that in second place is definitely Intergalactic. Honestly, it blows my mind that almost nobody is talking about this game right now. I mean, at the end of the day, the studio behind it is Naughty Dog, and they rarely, if ever, miss on a technical level. People might be a bit skeptical or heavily prejudiced at the moment, but I truly believe that the second they drop a proper trailer, a cinematic scene, or actual gameplay, everyone's perspective is going to completely shift. Just getting a deeper look at its atmosphere, its world, and the tone of the story would get me insanely hyped. As you can see, this state of play is shaping up to be one of the most critical showcases PlayStation has put on in years. But now, I want to hear from you guys. Which game on this list is a must-have for you? Drop your thoughts and your own predictions in the comments down below. I'll be reading through all of them. Also, if you don't want to miss out on this hype season and all the full post-show breakdowns, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.